shows up for you every time, and I mean every time. Tells you the truth to your face even when it's hard. Defends you behind your back and speaks well of you in other rooms. Hey guys, welcome back to Men Plus 40. So let's start saying not everyone is your brother or your friend. However, it doesn't mean they're not good people. They just not may align with you and you both have nothing in common. See, your relationships will set you up for life, or in the other instance, it can burn you alive if you mess this bit up. And this is very important. The right woman will inspire you and support you, and the wrong one, we've seen how that one goes. The right business partner you can enjoy great success with. The right mentor will help you get up to the next level. And the right friends will keep you in check and hold you down when it all goes sideways. And that day will come, and you need to be prepared for that. Firstly, this has to be defined. Now, there's a big difference between the dynamics here. Whilst blood makes you related, it doesn't mean all of your family are loyal and they should play a role in your everyday life. So let's break this out and look at them into groups. So for instance, you got family, spouse, neighbours, peers, co-workers, employees, other people in different brackets, and then of course you've got your friends. See, a lot of people get disappointed when they say, yeah, he's my boy, I don't have a choice, or they are family after all. Yes, you do. If your boy is a fucking liability that drags you down, and you have helped him, and he keeps doing the same shit every time that impacts on your life and doesn't learn from it, then he is a liability. If he was your boy, he would consider the implications and how that affects you. If you have a family member that is toxic, or self-sabotaging, and drains your energy, they may be family, but it doesn't mean that they can use that as a shaming tactic to manipulate you because they excuse themselves of their own behaviours. What you got to remember, people are responsible for themselves and fixing their own bullshit, as you and I are. If you have a business partner that is not pulling their weight in the business and getting sloppy, he or she is not committing and you're not getting the support, and this impacts on the business. And of course, this is not taking into the consideration the agreement you have or your needs. As their lack of accountability and laziness brings you down, at some point, you end up carrying and doing all the work, getting half the money, as they get the other half for effectively doing nothing. You married the wrong woman, because in the beginning, you didn't spend time learning about her character, as you were too focused on her looks, which blindsided you with your downstairs brain. Instead, you should be using your upstairs and looking for the character traits that align with your own value system. So now, start by taking out a notepad and write down the most important people in your life, and then group them into family, spouse, peers, co-workers, etc. This is important. Your co-worker or your peer is not your friend, unless you've developed a strong bond with them. Example, if you work in a larger company, some of these people, you will count your fingers after shaking their hands and checking if they're still there, as these are weasels that will throw you under the bus at the blink of an eye. Or the gossips, they have nothing going on in their lives, so they have to stir up drama to validate their own existence. The point is I'm getting to, if you have 5 people sitting on your top list, then you are golden. If you have one good friend, and I mean that one that fucking rides until the wheels fall off, then you're blessed. 2, you're made. And 3, it's like a lottery win. And above that, you're now moving into unicorn pissing rainbows territory. Often, people get confused with the people down the pub or the faces in clubs or the regular groups at networking events are seen or you see as friends. Of course, some of them can be if you've built a bond with them. But ask yourself, tomorrow, when all's said and done, will they care about you? The answer is no. They have their own lives to worry about. If you're in an industry and lose your job, or your business shuts down, in 3 weeks, people have forgotten about you because of out of sight, out of mind. It's not personal. And of course, if you're successful, then a coffee table turns into a banquet table as people come out the woodwork and align with themselves with you because they want access to you or your resources. So you have to be very mindful here too. A lot of people talk about winner's circles and winning together, but not all winner circles are created equal. Let me explain. I run an agency with dozens of clients doing 7-8 figures in revenue a year. All good people, as we vet who we take on. This is important because I need to know my team will be respected and their expectations are met and they have realistic expectations of what can be achieved. It's also important for the customer churn rate and how my team gets treated by the client. In some cases, I've had to either let clients go or warn them because I have zero tolerance for bad manners and disrespect. We set a tone and have a peaceful environment so my team can thrive and deliver for the clients. Agencies can be hard because of the burden of performance of delivering to the best of your ability, but that doesn't mean it should be a toxic environment and a pressure cooker. So we take on clients that we align with our core values and vice versa. Could we earn a lot more money? Absolutely. But it comes at the cost of your peace, the team's peace, and don't forget, people are going to burn out after a while. The thing with business, it's a marathon and not a sprint. Quick money comes and goes fast. So my agency looks after winners in business, but the right type of winners, so it's a good environment for all. I also do conferences each year. Some of the people in the room are doing hundreds of millions, whilst most of them are doing 7 to 8 figures. I would say 95% of them are great, humble people, very hardworking and very helpful to others. Now, the other 5% would sell their granny for a pound note. So who you are aligned with will make a massive difference. Some winner circles are bullies, toxic, arrogant, narcissistic, morally bankrupt pieces of shit. Your top 5 people or the winner's circle needs to be chosen carefully because you're going to be number 6. Remember, each day you have to look in the mirror and remember who the fuck you are. So to wrap this up, do these 5 things. Pay no attention to their words and watch their actions. Watch how they treat others and ask, are they congruent or are they only kind with certain types of people with status, money, etc. Also ask, how do they talk about others when they are not in the room? And how do they talk about you? And finally, you need to observe over time because time tells everything. Now with family, you don't get to choose, but you do get to choose who and when you spend time around. And your good friends are the ones that call you out on your bullshit when you're fucking up rather than enabling you. Shows up for you every time, and I mean every time. Tells you the truth to your face even when it's hard. Defends you behind your back and speaks well of you in other rooms. They celebrate with you when you have good news and give you a lift when the news is bad. And if you want all of this, you have to do exactly the same in return. And remember, betrayal comes from inside most of the time. So you may need to bench a few weasels when they pop up from time to time in order to clean house. Make sure you set up your life with the right people around you. Life will never be perfect, but a house full of love and a formidable team will go a long way for you to live your best life. And remember, blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. Until next time.